Hey everybody. So chest is something I've been loving lately. I've been doing a lot of chest movements and chest exercises to kind of get like that nice all around hitting of the chest. Basically there's lower, mid, and then kind of like upper chest muscles you kind of want to hit. In the beginning, I really didn't do a lot of chest exercises because to me, I felt like as a woman that you shouldn't be doing chest for some reason. One of the issues is that as you work out, you have to like kind of prepare yourself for the fact that you're going to lose a lot of your boob. So that's some of the things I had to deal with. It was a big struggle to realize that I went from such a huge cup difference. I was a D, and then I went down to about a B at this point. I'm getting close to maybe even an A. So I would have to remind myself a lot of times that as a woman, my breasts or my boobs are not what make me a woman. I'm a woman no matter what. So it's a hard thing to deal with, is losing your breasts, I guess. For some women, you know, it is an option to get surgery at some point, but for me, I don't see that as an option. So back to chest, is that I've been doing a lot of chest exercises now, and I'm really loving them. It makes me feel stronger, upper body wise. So I'm incorporating a lot more chest stuff in my routine. I'm doing cable flies, at least 2 times a week. I do a lot of dumbbell work with chest and the flat bench or the incline, and those are one of the ones that I really enjoy, that kind of give you maximum bang for your buck, basically. Chest is important, I feel like, at this point, because you know, it's just doing so much things for my upper body, and as you know, being at your best performance, you need to hit chest. So, you know, it was probably a mistake not to get those things in the beginning, but we all have our process, and that was one of mine. So, hope you enjoy the video, and don't forget to hit that chest.
It's time to go to the gym. It's actually been a while since I've done bench press, since I've been focusing a lot lately on legs. So it was kind of nice to take a little break from legs and get back to bench press, although I had to go a little bit lighter on weight in this case. Something I really like about bench press too is that not only are you using your chest muscles, but you're also using your back and your lats, so you kind of get a little bit of both. I'm trying to hit about 10 reps on these, 3 sets in a row, and then I usually take like a little bit of a break, and then I'll do about 3 to 4 rounds of that. This right now is probably my favorite area to work chest. I'm loving the incline bench. I usually switch the bench from like a lower setting to a higher setting. When I go higher, it usually is a little bit harder where I'm at right now. I'll usually do like 10 of these, and then I switch to this angle, and then I'll do 10 to 15 of these. I'll get about at least 6 sets of these both to get like a really nice pump on my chest. I like these freestanding cable flies because you can just kind of play around with it and you get good angles as well. You can hit lower, mid, and even like the top of your chest, and switch up the weight too. So, I mean, I'll do quite a few of these, and I always seem to hit like all 3 too. So it's one of those go-tos as well. I like to do probably about 10 to 15 actually, more on the reps of these, and then 4 to 5 sets usually on each one. The bottom and mid ones are kind of a little bit easier. I think the top pec part is a little bit harder for me. This movement is something new I'm kind of doing. Going super light, but it is super hard. So I'm usually over here anyways doing a lot of squatting and lunges, and I figured this would be something I need to kind of like practice a little bit more on chest, and it worked. It got my chest on fire, but I can only do maybe like 4 reps. This is a cable fly machine. This is also a great beginner to work on, I think. I used to do probably about 40 to 50 pounds when I first started doing chest cable flies on these. I realized today that I could do a little bit heavier now, so that was kind of nice. I'll usually do the double arm, 10 to 15 reps, and then I'll do single arm. I'll do the single arm 5 to 10 reps on each arm. I feel like this was really nice to do after the other freestanding cable flies, because in the machine you're kind of more isolating those muscles and you're getting a little bit more of a squeeze too as well. There is the majority of my chest day kind of workout movements. I tend to do a lot of other things though in between chest. I like to incorporate a lot of back stuff too, because if you're going to be doing chest, you kind of want to balance yourself out with some back workout as well. So, some face pulls or some back row. I mean, those are all great things to incorporate in your chest movements too. I was even working some rear deltoid shoulder work earlier as well with the dumbbells. So think about that as well, keeping your balance and stability. Thanks for watching.
The reason I don't like to have a plan most of the time when I go into the gym is mostly because I like to listen to my body, and my body will tell me sometimes that I can't lift heavy for today. Usually that is a lot of days. Is like, you see a lot of people when they go into the gym, they kind of just load up a lot of weight, and that's not really what you want to do. You don't want to load up so much weight that it's like really, really hard for you to even get through a set. You kind of want to load up enough weight where it's a little bit of a push, but it's still not super easy. You need to make that mind to muscle connectivity and focus really on what your body is saying. So when I go into the gym, if my body doesn't feel like doing something, then I need to not push it. I need to listen to myself, and you should listen to your body. If you feel like you're not going to do a heavy day, then don't do a heavy day. A lot of times I'll go in and sometimes I'll be like, my body doesn't want to work at all, so let's do light. So I'll do like super, super light. I mean, it's not extremely light, but it's light for me. I tend to have these moments throughout the month where, a lot of times I'll be pushing myself really, really hard, and it starts to wear on my body and my mental stability too. So I mean, that's kind of when I know I'm pushing it almost a little too hard, is I kind of start going to this depressed kind of feeling starts to take over a little bit, and I almost feel like I'm not achieving what I'm pushing myself too hard, and it's kind of a warning to be like, you need to back up and start taking it a little bit more easier. So I mean, it's good to push yourself a little bit, to push yourself to the brink, I think, but it's also good to take a step back and then feel like recovered a little bit, and then you can go again. So there's a lot of times that, that's the number one reason why you want to listen to your body. For me, is that it's not just the physical part that you can't perform, but also the mental part is like a struggle too. So that's a warning sign for me, is I need to take a little bit of a step back and not push myself so hard and be so hard on myself mentally to achieve performance. And I gotta like remind myself every day, you know, that things are good today, or I did enough today, or, you know, I worked hard enough in the gym so that I don't feel so bad when I leave a little extra earlier. Listen to your body though, listen to your mind, listen to what you think is the right choice. I mean, I wouldn't be where I am today in my fitness journey if I listened to what everybody else said, or, you know, like, rules are made to be broken. So when, you know, everybody tells you to do this or do that, like, I would go the other direction, and that usually was the right direction. So everybody has to figure it out on their own, but definitely don't be afraid to take that step in whatever direction you feel is the right one.
Muscles pumped.